Since the end of August 1914, various German European volunteers had attempted to cross into the Magadi area of their own accord. Like the von Bussy brothers, they were apprehended or had to turn back, failing to reach their self-imposed targets. The Magadi Railroad, while not as vital as the Ugandan Railroad, was also a worthwhile venture. C Squadron of the East African Mounted Rifles only arrived with a fourth of their squadron around Kajiadu to prepare a camp for the rest of the squadron on the 7th of September. It would take the rest of the East African Mounted Rifles all of the 8th of September to take a troop train and ride for Kajiadu, while the rest of the unit deployed to the camp. Cavalry troops from C Squadron would patrol the area, looking for German activity. Captain Lincke, having organized the local German police trupp Askari in the Longido and Kilimanjaro area for offensive operations for von Prince at Moshi, on the 10th of September, in order to fulfill Vorbeck's wishes of gathering intelligence, he took a small mounted detachment at Longido and crossed the border. The German operation was cut short by a British patrol, commanded by Acting Corporal Hurst of the East African Mounted Rifles. The patrol was 10 mounted troopers of C Squadron. They had been on patrol south of the Magadi Railroad in the Nguruman Hills. The two parties met the same afternoons they had rode off. The two mounted forces exchanged fire. In the opening exchange, a German NCO was dismounted and wounded. After the Germans recovered their wounded man, Commander Lincke thought himself sufficient to have completed his military mission and returned to Longido the same day. Hurst, having wounded a German and routed them without losing any of his men, was recommended to be given rank. He was officially made a corporal on the 14th of September and would go on to climb the ranks to that of captain throughout the war. Lincke was able to return to Longido, and with his intelligence in hand, Captain Toffel would take a force of some 400 men and would leave on the night of the 17th of September. Unfortunately for them, the Magadi Defense Force was able to report this movement to Captain Chapman, officer of C Squadron of the East African Mounted Rifles.